Good morning, Herm. Let me start there. Who's to blame for this mess in Chicago?
Oh boy, you can kind of spread it around. I think when you look at this football team play, they're still in the mode of trying to rebuild. Obviously, their offensive line. Defensively, they've struggled the last couple of years. Have a quarterback that's unique in the sense that he's basically. I hate to say this in pro football now. We have RPO quarterbacks. And what you do with them, the style of offense you run with them is very important. I think he made light of it in his press conference. I think he walked some things back, but basically, this is what happens in pro football a lot. Coaches come in with systems, and their system is bigger than the player. Well, if you want to be a successful coach, you have to massage your system around the player's skill set.
Yeah, but it feels like we've seen coaches adapt to that they know
Yes.
I'm not going to ask you to be different. If I'm
Yes, sir.
coaching Cam Newton, I got to let Cam Newton be Cam Newton or Michael
Yeah.
Vick or Patrick Mahomes. And this situation's interesting because usually that third year, you see the quarterback start to make that, progression. Like all of a sudden you go, okay, you going to make that jump or you're not going to make that jump. But I'm wondering, how would you coach? How would you coach Justin Fields?
Well, obviously, I'm going to allow him to use his legs. That's going to be part of the passing game. They tried to do it a little bit last year, and I think what they were worried about, he ran so much. He ran for over 1,100 yards. I mean, as a quarterback, I mean that's those are numbers like you scratch your head at. I think our vision of him would be similar to Jalen Hurts, what he's been able to do as a quarterback. Still has the ability to run. He can throw the ball. He's more comfortable in the pocket now. And that's the case when you watch Justin Fields. I mean, last week you watched him, he's almost like a statue in the pocket. Decision-making, when to get the ball out. He struggles with that. Sometimes quarterbacks, their timing, their rhythm, you got to get them going early in the game. And those are the things that I think going into this week you'll see from Chicago Bears.
Yeah, but now you got Kansas City. I
Oh,
mean,
boy.
you can't beat Green Bay, you can't beat Tampa Bay, and now all of a sudden you got the Chiefs who are fully assembled with Chris Jones and Travis Kelce. And is he just going to go, all right, I'm going back to the way I did last year. I'm just going to run and try to create something here and not stay in the pocket?
I think you'll see more of that this week. He'll leave, obviously, when he feels he can move the chains. And I think for quarterbacks like this, and you know this, Dan, you watched football a long time as well. You got to get them started, early in this game. They got to see some completions to get them confident. That's any quarterback, and I think how you design that is very important. His mechanisms, generally you dial up a play and there's always a check down. His check down is his legs. Okay, if it's not open, you know what? Take off, man. Go ahead. And that's what we did with Jaden Daniels his freshman year when he played for us at Arizona State. It was like the check down is your legs, man. If it's not there, go ahead and go.
Well, you can do that in college. I think Justin Fields is trying to out-athlete defenses, and you can't do that. In college, you can do that. At Ohio State, you can do that. You can't do that. It's not sustainable there. And I think that's what would concern me if I'm the Bears. You passed up on Bryce Young. You traded that number one pick. Here's your guy, and at some point you're going to have to extend him, or you have to move on from him.
This will be a big year for them. This season, how he finishes, and if he continues to develop, they'll be fine. If not, that's the question they're going to have to ask themselves.
Yeah.